Hi everybody, it's Heidi Park-Kerner. Many of you know me as the networking queen, motivational speaker, author of the new book, Step Into Your Spotlight. Some of you know, but some of you don't know. And I have a message for you today. I just had hip surgery. Yes, hip surgery. And as I'm going through my experience, and as I'm going through my healing, I'm finding by sharing my story, my journey, my experience, that's helping others. So I just wanted to take a few moments for those of you that might be interested in what I've been going through the last 3 years, how I came up and how I decided to have hip surgery, what I went through, if it might support or inspire you, or again, have you curious to ask me questions if I can better help you in your journey or with somebody that you love. So, 2023, January 23rd, I had hip surgery. I never saw this coming in a million years. So let me do a little backstory. So it was December 2020. We're in the whole COVID thing. And I'm doing my power walks and I'm feeling, what is this ache? What is this pain? I was complaining to my husband, to Phil, I couldn't go up the little hill. What is this leg thing? And I kept telling myself, because I've had it before, and many of you know this word, I have sciatica. I've got sciatica. I've got to go to the chiropractor. I've got to go to the chiropractor. It's December. It's Christmas. Too much going on. Now remember, COVID. And my business, I'm sitting all day. I'm on Zoom. And am I getting up between Zoom, stretching, working out? No, focused on business. That's a side note. Okay. So in December, I say in January, New Year, I'll go to the chiropractor. And that I did. Went to the chiropractor. I think I have sciatica. The chiropractor, I think you do. So she would treat me. Wasn't really working. Is there something else going on? I'm stretching in between. She's giving me tools. She's giving me tips. The pain is real. The pain's not going away. January, February, March. Finally, my husband says, that's enough. Go to the doctor. And he was right. I didn't want to go to the doctor. I went to the doctor, and my doctor said, let's get some x-rays. I thought, no big deal. There's something maybe going on. Never considered anything an issue. So I will never forget April 29th, going to the doctor's, getting x-rays, and the doctor calls me and says, you have arthritis. I'm like, arthritis? What isn't that like an old person's disease? Like not like 60-year-old, like 80-year-old. And isn't arthritis like something in your fingers? Like, I am clueless. Arthritis? That sounded so weird. She goes, you have arthritis in your hips. I'm like, well, what does that mean? Well, you're gonna need hip surgery. Surgery? I've never had surgery in my life. I haven't even had my own birthing kids. Surgery. I'm afraid of needles. Surgery. What does that mean? Surgery. And what is arthritis? I go, well, are there scales with arthritis? She goes, believe it or not, she took a deep breath, you have severe arthritis. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the scale? There's severe, mildly severe. She goes, no, severe is like the end. And I thought my life was crashing down. When do I get hip surgery? When you feel like you can't do your normal activities. And I already wasn't. I wasn't walking. I wasn't dancing. I was in pain at night. She goes, go talk to a surgeon. Go see what he says. So I went to my first surgeon. Believe it or not, I've been to five surgeons. This was my first. And my first surgeon, a wonderful, very small man that was very pragmatic and to the T. And I said, when he looked at my x-rays, he's like, ha! You need hip surgery. They all thought it was sort of funny. He's like, and we'll just get it done. I'm like, I'm not ready for surgery. Am I in denial? What is going on here? I said, well, aren't there things I can do? He goes, there's things you can do. But Heidi, in the end, they're not going to work. Hello, that's not me. I'm a personal growth person. What are you talking about? I go, what about PT? You can try it. It's not going to help. What about losing weight and getting in better shape? You can try it. It's not going to help. For some reason, all 5 surgeons, they must have learned this in school. They all have the same analogy. The same analogy. And the analogy is, the tire's bald, Heidi. You can sing to your hip. You can write angry letters. You can lose weight. You can take the fish oil pills or turmeric. You can eat dairy, all those things. And I did all of them. The tire is bald. Okay, well, I didn't like him. Kicked him to the curb and went into denial. I went into, it's going to be fine, and I'm not going to do surgery, and I'm going to fight this. On and on it went through the year. The limping got bad. That's where the embarrassment started. I like to pride myself. Hello, I'm the queen. I wear heels. And like the bus boys, the guys, the helping hands at the grocery store are like, are you limping? Are you limping? Are you limping? I hated that. Yes, I'm limping. But sometimes I didn't think I was limping. But I was in pain. But I wanted to hide the pain. This can't be happening. How come all these other people are walking? What did I do? Is it because of COVID? Is it because I didn't work out enough? I started beating myself up. There was a lot of emotions that went into it. And my husband's like, what are we gonna do? You're dragging around like an old person. Come on, where's Heidi? You're the flash mob queen. I'm a dancer. What am I gonna do? So months later, as I worked with a therapist, I worked with a nutritionist, I went back to PT, I did everything that you could do. And I went to another surgeon. And again, the tire is bald, Heidi. I'm like, I'll wait till the fall. Oh, let's get through the holidays. Putting it off and putting it off. The one thing the surgeons did say is, you will know when it's time. And I'm like, how will I know? They said, you will come to us when the pain is too great. I'm like, I'm not gonna get to that point. Advil became my friend. The time came. I did everything. I was committed to PT. In pain, I was getting on the floor, working out, doing my video, my arthritis videos, yoga videos. There's a lot of wonderful things online. So many supportive people online. And finally, after my 5th surgeon, I went to the Cleveland Clinic. I wanted to find the right person because with hips, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. And I wanted to have what's called the anterior approach. I was scared. I was petrified. However, I did get to that point where I couldn't walk. I was hardly walking. I was giving up my life. I surrendered. And I was at the point, like, cut me open. I got to that point. And that's what I'm telling people now. Wait to the point when you're ready. Don't do it before you're ready. Do everything that you can do. And January of this year, January 2023, I went in for my hip surgery. So I am a couple days away from 3 months. Am I wearing stilettos? Maybe for photos. Am I walking? Yes. Nobody in 3 months has said, are you limping? Did I have to have a walker that I was freaked out about? Wanda the walker. That's what I called her. I had the Wanda for like 2 days. I had a cane for like 2 days. I had PT people come to the home. I have felt so much love, so much support. And the reality is I am dancing and planning my next flash mob. So I'm still in PT. I still have a couple more pills left for a couple more days for inflammation. I've had wonderful doctors and support, but I did it. Now, is the next tip speaking up as they said it would? A little bit. There's more to come, but we got through it. And I am here to give you reassurance. I'm here to answer any questions. I am not a doctor, but I have found that when I open the conversation, like I just had hip surgery, people were like, tell me more, what's going on? So I just wanted to let you know in a vulnerable way that I am here for you. I would love to share or my experience and however I can support you. I did it. I was most scared of the anesthesiologist, and here I am today. So God bless you, and if you're going through something similar, please let me know, and if there's anything that I can do to help you. Over and out, Heidi Park Kerner, your networking and dancing diva.